What's up, YouTube? This is Vernacular TV. If you like the content that I'm producing, support your boy. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Today I want to have a discussion about labor shortage. Labor shortage is usually being discussed as inflation rises. What is going on in the labor market? That there is a shortage, a bottleneck. Why is labor shortage in the market putting so much pressure on supply chain? Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrants. In the long term, when you look at why there is labor shortage, you look at an aging population, low fertility rate. Those could be aspects in the long term as to why labor shortage is happening in the nation. It's not enough labor. In order for nation like the United States to compete with China, in order for its businesses, in order for its corporation, multinational corporations to compete with, say, like China, cheap labor is going to be needed. Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrants. Cheap labor is going to be needed in order to be competitive. As you see, reported by the Department of Homeland Security, the Biden administration is waiving tens of thousands of application fee for immigrants coming from Afghanistan for their work permits and for the naturalization card, their green card. New immigrants are needed, new energy, new blood to fuel the system, to fuel the engine, new desire, new ambition. Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrants. In the short term, COVID is having a drastic effect on the economy. According to Johns Hopkins, over 762,000 people dead of COVID. 46 million test positive on record for COVID. So in the short term, COVID is wrecking the economy. Out of those 762,000 people dead, 500,000 of those people was in the market, in the labor market prior to them dying. COVID is having a disaster on the economy, globally and internationally. As businesses open back up, labor is going to be needed. As the Department of Commerce stated, labor shortage is affecting the growth. Business producers want to produce. They want to create jobs. But these jobs cannot be occupied by Americans because Americans don't want these jobs. Some of these jobs in the farming industry, the agriculture, construction, food processing, hotel cleaning, job in those job sector. Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrants. As you see with the caravan coming on the Texas border, immigrants want to come in. Policymakers in Washington understand labor is needed. In this laissez-faire capitalist model, you put $1 in the pot, you would love to get $10 out the pot. Cheap labor is needed. In order for U.S. businesses to compete with like China, cheap labor is going to be needed. Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrants. In the short term, COVID is wrecking the economy because many things been closed down, or many businesses been closed down. In the long term, you can look at fertility rate. You can look at our aging population. Decline in optimism of the future. You can look at all those things. The drugs, fentanyl, is wrecking white folks. White folks are not producing like they once did. Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrants. Immigrants are needed. In order for these businesses to be competitive in the global market against their global competitor, you're going to need cheap labor. It's a hot political matter in the United States on right and left hand side of the spectrum about immigration. But immigration also fueled the economy. It hurt the natives one because immigrants come over here and take jobs for native one, but at the same token, these jobs and the wages would not be accepted by the native one. One thing COVID have shown us all is that a lot of people have fell out of the labor market, no longer accounted for. Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrant. People are becoming entrepreneur, starting in their own businesses, going back home to live with relative to maximize their utilities. Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrant. The labor is needed. In order for the United States to be competitive, cheap labor is going to be needed. This is capitalism. This is a global capitalism. Laissez-faire, as the French would say. Laissez-faire. Free, open, wide open. For everybody, it's wide open, as they say. Labor shortage and the influx of new immigrant.